If you stand on your heels, then shift up to your forefoot, which one takes less effort? Your heels, right? That's why heel striking is great for walking long distances at a slower pace. It saves energy. The problem is most people are used to walking with cushion, and when they try barefoot shoes, they tend to clomp around, which sends shock straight up the knees, hips, and back. So here are 3 tips to help with that. For starters, you want to choose a pair of barefoot shoes that are super thin, 3 to 4 millimeters for roads, and 4 to 6 millimeters for trails. Because anything thicker than that starts to get stiff and makes it difficult to feel the ground properly. Second, keep your stride short and your knees slightly bent, because the farther your foot is from your body, the straighter your leg becomes and the more shock travels up your body. Third, focus on slowing your foot down right before it hits the ground, then using your shin muscle and toes to cushion yourself as you gently roll inwards rather than slapping straight down. Initially, heel striking in barefoot shoes can be kind of a challenge because you have to focus on each individual step, but pretty soon it'll become automatic, and that's where forefoot striking comes in. If you tap your foot softly on the floor, both your heel and your forefoot are virtually silent, but if you tap harder, your heel will make a loud clunking noise, which is why it's better to run forefoot. But walking with a forefoot strike can come in handy too, particularly in situations where you need more agility or shock absorption. So here are 3 tips to keep in mind. First, it helps to have a pair of Vibram 5 fingers because they're much more flexible than normal shoes, and the separate toes allow your feet to adapt better to uneven terrain. Second, when you're stepping through debris like leaf piles or loose rocks, use your forefoot to feel out the ground before putting your weight down because it's harder to regain your balance once you're flat-footed. Third, when you're going down hills, especially muddy ones, use your forefoot as a brake, and when you're going up hills, make sure to keep your heel low to the ground and pull forward with your hamstrings so you don't overwork your calves and quads. Basically, you can think of forefoot walking like driving stick shift. It takes a little more effort, but it gives you a lot more control. And once you get the basic technique down, you're well on your way to becoming a full zero drop ninja. Overall, there's no right or wrong way to walk in barefoot shoes, just the way that works for you. So the secret to a good barefoot walking technique is simply listening to your body with each step and switching between a heel and forefoot strike depending on what feels natural in the moment. That said, if you really want to get to know yourself, then just ditch the shoes for a day and go wander barefoot around a local field or trail.